Welcome to DisCo Talk. We're talking all things all abilities. I'm LANA, the Development Manager at Disability Co.
And I'm Alyssa, Support Worker and Community Content Creator here at DisCo.
We're talking community access today.
Yeah, we are. We had one of our awesome participants, Bryce, send us a question, and he wanted to know what people can do on community access that's free. So we thought we might make a video of it and we can have a chat about it.
Well, first, I think we should cover what actually is community access, because I think probably with the NDIS, there are all these terms that get thrown about, and you go, what does it actually mean? So if we had covered that off in 2 seconds, is that community access is the technical line item name for in the IDS price guide and all that sort of thing. That basically means a support worker taking a participant out of their home to access the community in a variety of different ways.
Yeah.
So the main thing that Bryce wanted to know is free things that he could do.
Yeah, and there is definitely free things out there, and just adding to the community access, doing it in a safe way as well, and whether that's learning to access it at one point independently or just getting it into a safe way, either one. But yeah, Bryce, wanted to know what sort of free stuff is out there. Obviously, there's tons of stuff, and not everyone knows about it, not everyone accesses it. But I did a little bit of research, and I know that there's so much out there, but two of the main things that I love is that the Cardinia Shire, which is the shire that we're sort of based around, they have a whole website that talks about what's happening in the community and things you can get involved in. And most of them are free. Some of them have a little bit of a price with it, but other ones are free. I know within the Cardinia Shire, they also do things like Men's Shed. Which Men's Shed are we somewhat involved in?
So Men's Shed is across Australia. Actually, and I don't think it's necessarily affiliated with councils in general. It's more of its own association. But we do support our local one, which is the Hampton Park Men's Shed. And they're such a lovely group. I've met them a couple of times. And a lot of men's sheds are older guys who go around and do their woodwork stuff, and they have a cuppa. The one that we support in particular has been really great about inviting younger guys in to really get that social interaction, help them learn to do things with their hands. And they've been really great and accommodating to be all ability friendly. So we haven't necessarily seen that in sort of open community things. So when you find a group that really embraces the whole community, that's really great. But I think probably with councils as well, think to mention, we've got, of course, Cardinia and Casey in our immediate area. Of course, we do services all across Melbourne. So it's probably really looking at someone's local council, isn't it? And what things they can find there.
Yeah, definitely getting onto your own local council and sorting out what they have to offer, because all of them do, and there's so much out there that you can get involved in. I went for a walk around Lakeside not that long ago, and I noticed they had a new ramp up to one of my favourite cafes, which was really cool to see. And then I also noticed that at Lakeside they have, so this is Lakeside in Pakenham, they have a pier. Is it called a pier? Yeah. And it was made and designed specifically for people with disabilities to be able to access the waters on sailboats. And they do run a All Abilities sailing club there as well. So I'll link that below too. But when we're talking about,
cool.
It's really cool.
That's awesome.
I was just walking past and I was like reading the sign. And it was the same day that I noticed they'd put a new ramp up to my favourite cafe. So it's awesome to see everything popping up lately, which it definitely is. But other things these are things that might have a small price tag to them, just covering costs and stuff. But other things that people can do when accessing the community that I like to do, and I don't know what you like to do when you access the community, but things like going on hikes. I love having a picnic. I think because we've been in lockdown for so long, people forget that you can go out and experience the world. But yeah, basically just getting yourself out there and figuring out what is out there and exploring that and trying new things. Some people hold back a lot on trying new things, but I think especially opening up, coming into 2022, we all need to start trying new things and making sure we know what's out there. And we're pretty lucky because these days there's Google. So just Google where you're at, and obviously we'll leave some links down below. But yeah, another place that I love is Bunjil Place, and that's in Narre Warren. That's still Cardinia Shire, isn't it? Yeah.
Casey.
Casey. Is that Casey?
So it's also where the council meets, so it's the council building, but there's a theatre there, there's better libraries, they've got function rooms, and I feel like they've been really intentional about really hosting community things. So I'm not surprised that they have some fantastic things on.
Yeah, I love when I'm in the office and I'm wanting to share with our community on our community page what's going on, and I'll see something, oh, I like that, and I'll just quickly email it to myself, and then I'll post it and share it with our community. So we're talking about, they have things like spoken word poetry nights, so open mics where you can get up and speak some poetry, or maybe you could do, if you want to get into comedy, wouldn't that be fun? But these are all like free things. And I love that during lockdowns, they've been putting them online. So even though Bunjil Place is a physical, beautiful building and place, they've been putting all this stuff online. So even if we are to go back onto lockdown, which I hope we don't, you can check out everything they do online. They do free yoga sessions. That's been really awesome. One thing that I've also noticed is they're doing Friday Night Vibes, it's called. So that's...
What's that?
It's basically just, I don't know if you've ever been to Bunjil Place. Have you been there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so out the front, there's a beautiful courtyard section. They have a screen, and basically Friday Night Vibes, they'll have a bit of music, some food trucks, and it's just a place you can go hang out, and it's not a ticketed event. So, you just jump on. You may need to register depending on our COVID rules at the times, but it's a free event, and so going and checking out stuff like that. I think it's really... The whole point of this podcast is making sure that you're connected to some sort of community, whether it be our community, or, you sign up and get involved to make sure that you don't have that isolation.
I think coming back to one of your other points is that no matter who you are, getting out there can be daunting. It can be really scary. And often, I know if I try stuff, I might, bring a friend along or something. And of course, people that need a little bit more support, that's what our fantastic support workers are for, to be that person to encourage them along or go, oh, all right, maybe we'll try a bit more next time, and just help navigate exploring. Because I feel like, particularly, as you said, we've been in lockdown, it's time to get back out there and start to explore more and make memories. We've been so deprived of making memories over this past little bit. But the other area, of course, no matter who you are, and getting out there and have been supported to do that, is we're talking about a lot of fun things and events and whatnot. But really also, if you're looking for that social connection, look for those groups that meet regularly with the council or within your community or wherever it may be. Maybe it's with your local sporting club or whatnot. But those groups that meet regularly and you can build relationship with people. I think a lot of the time when we talk about community access, people think it might just be going for lunch and whatnot. But at the end of the day, wherever you can do some skill building is always going to bring benefit to your life. So whether it's social skills and being able to develop those relationships, not everyone has the opportunity to do that. I mean, even I know lots of it, particularly in lockdown, it's been really hard for everyone to be able to enhance their social skills and be able to get out there. And it does feel a little bit awkward, no matter who you are, having a conversation again face to face, or with being in a, even just going to Coles.
Yeah, a bit of a scratch of the head. Is that how you talk to people?
Yeah, how do we do this again? And so we're all sort of in that boat a little bit. So having that extra support and a hand to go along is great for that social aspect. But of course, community access, we're talking about a lot of other skill building things as well, whether it be getting out there to help skill building with money management, helping do groceries, or helping with learning how to take public transport. All of those things are things that you can do in community access, and combine the really fun stuff with building that ability.
Yeah, no, 100%. You said that spot on. I don't even know what to add to that. You've said that spot on. Definitely, especially in Melbourne City near Grattan House, you've got access to some of the best kind of accessible transport and public transport that's out there, that you can go and access that while seeking the culture that our city has to offer as well. And there's so many things out in the city, if we're talking about the city, that have for pensioners. If you're a pension holder, card holder, sorry, you can get a lot of free tickets to stuff. So we're talking the Melbourne Museum and all them sort of stuff. It's rather discounted or free. And also, if you're someone who's also a holder of a companion card, then, your support worker will get rather like a discounted or, in most cases, a free ticket to come in and support you while you're accessing these things. So
maybe just for people who aren't really aware of what a companion card is, do you want to run through that?
Yeah, so a companion card is basically a card, piece of plastic, it's a bit more than that, that people with disabilities can hold, that allows them to bring whoever's supporting them, bring them to where they want to access. And a lot of places will allow that supporter, that supporting person, whether it's a brother, a sister, whether it's a support worker, whether it's a mum or dad, whoever is supporting them to access whatever they want to access, will allow them a lot of the times to get in for free or at a discounted price.
So if you're not too sure where, or if you're eligible for a companion card, we're going to put a link below.
Yeah, we will.
Cool. So then, because if you do have that opportunity, again, Bryce's question was around free stuff. How can we make things more accessible? And it's great that we have something in this country that it does make things more accessible on a monetary sort of sense.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I can't wait to see everyone's stories coming in of what they've been doing, getting into the community and whatnot since lockdowns ended. I think we've been on our community groups a fair bit going, tell us, what you're doing at home during lockdown and trying to inspire people of what they can do whilst we've been in this situation. But we finally can do more stuff. Yay.
It's so exciting. And if I could say one message, don't hold back. If there's something that you would like to do, make sure you're not holding back and you just go do it. Just bite the bullet and go do it.
And then share it with us.
Yeah.
We'd love to see it. I know I'd love to see it. Because, of course, then as you share it as well, you're encouraging other people, inspiring other people to get out there. And I know for myself, I found it daunting to get back out. So seeing people, that encouragement of going, yay, even if it's just going for a walk when it might have been a little bit scary too, then that's so inspiring and I'd love to see it all.
If you want some more information of what you can do when accessing the community for free, make sure you check out the links below. Let us know what one of your favourite things to do on community access is. Wherever you're streaming from, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.